It's 10 trivia questions on The Simpsons, seasons 1 through 10 for Patreon subscriber Manny Cortez. This is Trivia with Buds. What it be, and welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. Thanks for checking out the show, and thanks for having some fun with me today in your ears. If you love pub quiz style trivia, this is the podcast for you. Tell a friend on your weekly trivia team to check it out. It's a great way to practice and get ready for your weekly trivia nights. And if you ever want me to host one for you, I can do that on Zoom, on Microsoft Teams, on GoToMeeting. I'm trying to think of the other platforms, WebEx, etc. I could do a virtual show for you from anywhere for your wife's birthday party, for your anniversary, for your friend's retirement, whatever you want to do. Reach out to me on my website, triviawithbuds.com. There's a contact form on every page by design, so you can reach me wherever you're at. And just redid the shows page on my website if you want to play weekly shows with me in Northeast Tennessee or Southern California, triviawithbuds.com/shows, or click on the weekly shows tab to see what's going on there. Up to 25 different places where you can play bingo and trivia and game shows and things with me every single week in those two states. So thanks for making those locations such a big part of my life. Appreciate you. Today's episode is all about The Simpsons, which I watched 2 episodes of last night after writing this quiz yesterday. And some of these questions are from my good friends Jim and Dan, who I'm on an Instagram thread with, guys I grew up with in the south suburbs of Chicago. And I said, hey, you guys are big Simpsons fans. Can you give me some good ones for seasons 1 through 10 for Manny? And they wrote about half of these. So it was fun to relive some of those moments and then go back and watch them on Disney Plus when I was falling asleep last night. Before we get to that, we have our warm-up letter here. Category's letter is D. We have a boy's name, things that are sticky, and cooking utensils. A boy's name, things that are sticky, and cooking utensils. Listen for my 3 at the end of the episode, along with a fun fact of the day. And without further ado, we're diving into this quiz on The Simpsons for Manny Cortez. Here we go. It's Simpsons seasons 1 through 10 trivia. Question number 1. Who is Lisa's rival in the episode Lisa's Rival? Who is Lisa's rival in the episode Lisa's Rival? Number 2, Bart got kicked out of Reverend Lovejoy's house in the episode Bart's Girlfriend for gratuitous use of what word? Number 2, Bart got kicked out of Reverend Lovejoy's house in the episode Bart's Girlfriend for gratuitous use of what word? Number 3, the Shelbyville grandpa tells the tale of Shelbyville's victory over a cool glass of what kind of juice in the episode Lemon of Troy. Number 3, the Shelbyville grandpa tells the tale of Shelbyville's victory over a cool glass of what kind of juice in the episode Lemon of Troy. Question number 4, what baseball player does Mr. Burns continuously tell to trim his sideburns? Number 4, what baseball player does Mr. Burns continuously tell to trim his sideburns? Number 5, what is Sideshow Bob's brother's name? Number 5, what is Sideshow Bob's brother's name? Number 6, what was the name of the make and model of SUV that Homer buys that Marge ends up loving? Number 6, what was the name of the make and model of the SUV Homer buys that Marge ends up loving? Question number 7, how much does Bart sell his soul to Milhouse for? What is that denomination? Number 7, how much does Bart sell his soul to Milhouse for? Number 8, what seemingly macho location does Homer bring Bart in the episode Homer's Phobia? Number 8, what seemingly macho location does Homer bring Bart in the episode Homer's Phobia? Number 9, in the episode Das Bus, what fruit does Milhouse roll down the aisle that gets stuck under the bus driver's pedal? Number 9, in the episode Das Bus, what fruit does Milhouse roll down the aisle that gets stuck under the bus driver's pedal? Number 10, when Homer becomes Mayor Quimby's bodyguard, what animals are being milked for Springfield Elementary's milk supply? Number 10, when Homer becomes Mayor Quimby's bodyguard, what animals are being milked? And number 11, the bonus question for 2 points. Who tries to tell the last story in 22 short stories about Springfield but is cut off by the credits? Number 11, who tries to tell the last story in 22 short stories about Springfield but is cut off by the credits? Those are all of your questions for The Simpsons, seasons 1 through 10. We'll be back with the answers after this. We are back with the answers to The Simpsons seasons 1 through 10. Let's see if you got all these correct. And if you feel nostalgic, go watch these on Disney+. That's what I did with a couple fun episodes last night. Number 1, who is Lisa's rival in Lisa's Rival? Her name is Allison. Allison. Number 2, Bart got kicked out of Reverend Lovejoy's house for excessive use of the word but. Number 3, the Shelbyville grandpa tells the tale of Shelbyville's victory over a cool glass of turnip juice. Number 4, what baseball player does Mr. Burns continuously tell to trim his sideburns? Don Mattingly. They get up real high in that episode, way up onto his head. Number 5, what is Sideshow Bob's brother's name? Cecil, voiced by David Hyde Pierce, which is Frasier's brother on Frasier. Kelsey Grammer, the voice of Sideshow Bob. Number 6, what was the name of the make and model of SUV Homer buys Marge that she ends up loving? It's the Canyonero F-Series. Number 7, how much does Bart sell his soul to Milhouse for? $5. Number 8, what seemingly macho location does Homer bring Bart in the episode Homer's Phobia? That is a steel mill. We work hard, we play hard. Everybody dance now comes on. Number 9, in the episode Das Bus, what fruit does Milhouse roll down the aisle? A grapefruit. And number 10, when Homer becomes Mayor Quimby's bodyguard, what animals are being milked for the supply of milk at Springfield Elementary? Rats. They are milking rats. Number 11, who tries to tell the last story in 22 short stories about Springfield but gets cut off by the credits? Professor Frink. Professor Frink is the answer. And there you have it, some fun trivia from one of the best shows and longest-running shows of all time in television history. Manny, hope you had a good time playing along, and I hope you're ready to watch Royal Rumble 2024 at the end of January. Manny's a good wrestling buddy of mine. I'm having people over to watch it. If you're listening and you live by me, send me a message. If I have not invited you, but I probably have invited you already. Got the roster ready to go. We're going to do the $5 bet on both Rumbles, where you put in $5 and however many people are there, we divvy up the 30 numbers. And if your superstar wins that Rumble, you get all the money in the pot. So that'll be a lot of fun too. Your fact of the day is, in early outlines for The Empire Strikes Back, Yoda was named Buffy. If you didn't know that, Yoda was almost named before a certain vampire slayer. Yoda could have been Buffy. Wouldn't that be weird? Baby Buffy? If we had Baby Yoda in Mandalorian, it'd be so weird. Your letter was D. First category is a boy's name. How about Donnie? Things that are sticky, duct tape, and cooking utensils, a dicer. Thanks for listening. Thanks for telling a friend, and we'll see you next time for more trivia with Buds. Cheers!